Hey guys! Welcome back to Deathmark. This is TJ Gamer signing on. So, last episode, we finished up with Miss Zoo. And, well, through Miss Yasuoka, we now have Shuji Daimon. And both of them seem to have relatives, their grandfather in particular, who were involved in the shelter we found at the beginning of the last chapter. Inside there's the possibility of a secret lab that was working on experiments. People with the mark were found there 50 years ago. So, I mean, maybe this mark has something to do with the Kannon Soldier. It would certainly explain why Miss Zoo ended up turning into a monster. But there's a second entrance at the South Alley, so we're taking Hiro and going there. We reach No South Alley. Like the North Road is silent and empty. The map doesn't specify the location of the entrance, just that it's here. We'll have to search for it. I'm used to it. Even though there's a residential area, the street is completely deserted. Who wants to go out in time like this in a creepy alley, huh? There's a manhole. Unlike Kei Miyamachi, this road only has one. I'm sure this is the place. The manhole lid has a place to grip it, just like the one in Kei Miyamachi. This has to be it. Still, this is strange. Why doesn't the public have any idea about this underground shelter? You think the sewer department would at least. How the hell should I know? It was probably hushed up so those involved didn't get in trouble. They supposedly performed some terrible experiments in there after all. Does she sound kind of excited? I bet the terrible experiments fascinate her. When I lift the lid, a musty smell greets me. Ugh, that smells familiar. Like the other entrance, the hole goes deep. Thankfully, there's a ladder here, too. Alright, time to go down. Go ahead, Mr. Norson. At least I don't have to worry about staring up a skirt. Hiro and I descend into the dark world hidden beneath each city. What awaits us down in that darkness? Will we find the truth we're seeking? Or a hell smeared with blood? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. It feels like one of those. Chapter 5, Kannon Soldier. Is that music? The sight that greets us at the bottom is the same as what we saw at Kei Miyamachi. The looming concrete walls and the suffocating stagnant air. We weren't wrong to assume that the two places are connected. So this is the engineering lab. It's even more dreary than I expected. Wait, do you hear a song? If it's not some kind of prank, then maybe the spirits of the soldiers are wandering around and singing. You have no proof of that! It's entirely unscientific! Shut up about that crap! Sorry. Still, it's a little unsettling to hear an army song all the way down here. It's gotta be supernatural phenomenon. The hair still... No. What is... There are pitch black stains. Is this blood? What? Impossible! This much blood would be... But doesn't that other thing bother you too? I'm not an idiot, of course I'd notice! That spot without any stains. It looks like something was posted here. There's a clearly defined clean space on the wall, as if something had been there. It looks like it avoided being sprayed with blood because something was originally posted here. Poster or bulletin, something like that. Well, it's illegible now. Stains seem to be old blood. It cracks and breaks off into flakes when my fingers run over it. I open my eyes wide and stare at the white space that might have been a poster. I only end up drying my eyes out. We have nothing! It's a thick iron door. The keyhole is rusted. I can't open it if I have the key. Which we do not. Stains seem to be old blood. Same as the last part. The last one. Trail of blood leads to the ladder at the entrance. Someone trying to escape? Looks like an emergency light. Place is abandoned. Has the power generator been running for all these years? It's possible. But you gotta remember, there is a... Something flows swiftly down the pipes. Hi! Not gonna lie, that was creepy. Dried blood is blackened on the floor. There's quite a lot. Whoever left it probably died. I peek into the waterway and see something floating. I reach for it as I hold onto the edge. Somehow I manage to grab it. Talisman! A dead end. Yeah. It does look like there's only a wall ahead, but... a breeze? I feel a draft coming from in front of us. But all it says there is a wall. Same here. Old blood. Oh, the door is open! The air in this room is musty. At first glance, I'd say it's part of a medical facility. This is an operating room. And the smell. Thought so. There it is. Shine the light over there for a second. I shine the flashlight as directed, and find a corpse. Or what's left of it? Hiro crouches down and begins to study it. Usually Hiro would be terrified, but at least for now she's fine. So you're fine with stuff like that? What? We all have organs and bones inside us, don't we? Only an idiot would be scared of them. Thanks, bitch. Hiro skillfully examines the body. When they're done, they stand up again. To be blunt, the corpse is odd. What really draws the eye is that the cervical vertebrae has been severed. But the cut isn't normal. It's like it's notched. The only thing I can think of is that it was cut with a non-surgical tool. I have no idea why anyone would do something that cruel, though. In any case, it's clear the head was purposely severed. The head was severed with a tool, huh? The corpse is too old to tell everything. There should be a clue nearby. It'd be best to search the room. Yeah, good idea. No! That already sounded bad. Really bad. Copy the neck is jagged. Some kind of tool. Cabinet with a glass door. I open it and search inside. Find a notebook titled Research Records and a small gun. Take the gun. The notes have deteriorated, but I can just make out what they say. 70th experiment. Next experiment, Asura statue. Connected male body and female head. Success. Then the natural phenomenon, spirit, frequent heart, continue experiments. That's all it says. Palm pistol. That's on the experiments, huh? You'd better give it a read. Does it still work? Is it loaded? When I open the door, a cloud of dust flies up and blocks my vision. A notebook with a black cover is left inside. Experimental unit correspondence code. It seems to be a document about cryptograms. Inside it says, Kannon, weapons code. Heavenly Buddha, project code name. Is that Morse code? Oh, wait. Is this the Morse code needed when talking to... Ah. Soul human head uses materials. Looks like Waboon code. Similar to Morse. Okay, that might be it here. When I step into view of an iron door that appears before me, the air clearly shifts. Goosebumps rise. Presence is approaching. There's an incessant beeping like from a telegraph. Freeze. I freeze in place. The beeping becomes gradually louder, almost as if it's trying to tell me something. The sequence just keeps repeating. The code. What in the world does it mean? I hear a quiet voice. Point to your soul. Okay. Nope. How do we die? Suffocation. Souls in the head, then? Sounds interesting. I thought the soul would be where your heart is. And the mind is something separate. The beeping suddenly stops. Hiro seems terrified. Hey, Hiro, you okay? Yeah, fine, obviously. Huh, she's acting different than usual. Let's go. I think it's fine now. Understood. Set up the same way as that operating room. This place may have been used for the same experiments. There might be records left behind. Let's look. Like... Fuck you! Search the ones that are open. Find a notebook titled Research Records and an army short sword. Letters in the notebook have faded, but I can still read it. The experiment miraculously succeed. This divine protection. The Asura statue. Donated from each shrine. Statue markers. Using chisel donated by the same family. They severed the heads with a chisel? Chiseling what? Mallet? A chisel? Like for sculpting? Yeah, most likely. Impossible! How could they do something like that? That's just impossible. Maybe not with the chisels we found in that room. Oh my god. We're not talisman! Search around. Bell's attached to a handle in a notebook with a black cover. It's titled Disposal Vat Management Record. Flip the cover open. Dispose 200 super dimension. Suddenly, iron door half spiritualized. Hypothesized focused mystical forces need secret object to erase. Safety valve release code diamond. And there's nothing else written. Kagura Suzu bells and disposable record. Disposable record. I mean, yeah, they are disposable, but what in the world are these notes going on about? Disposal, half spiritualization. I don't understand half of these words. Plus those bells I found don't fit in this place at all. I close the notebook and put it in my bag. Just then, something tangles around my hand. It's a thin thread. It seems to be human hair. It glitters pale gold in the light. What? The mark starts sucking at my blood. I ignore it and instead stare at the shiny hair, as if being pulled in. It's odd, but I get the real feeling that... this moment... No, it's here. This place. I've been here before. Someone mumbles right next to me. Wait, that's not someone else. That's my own voice. As I thought, it's here. The words pour out from deep inside. I have absolutely no knowledge or control over them. Memories that aren't mine, words and feelings I couldn't possibly know are falling from my lips. Check the disposal vat. It must be behind that wall. I felt weird when standing in front of that wall. Huh? Wait. Mr. Riley, what are you talking about? The instant Hito speaks, the voice stops. Yeah, it's nothing. I just remembered something important. You sure you're okay? You were mumbling some strange things. I'm fine, really, just spaced out for a bit. For better or worse, Hito didn't clearly hear what I was saying. Still, though, that voice. Could it be that my old self, the one I lost with my memories, was talking to me? The feeling I got when I saw that golden hair. Maybe that's what triggered it. I haven't heard that other guiding voice for a while now. I guess all I can do is rely on my old self. The disposal bat beyond the wall. The voice had to find that. It's like it's been a number of years since this person died. Dry skin gives the appearance of a mummy. Cup and neck is jagged. I... no idea. The guy in the door, keyhole isn't rusted. Alright. So it's possible where we felt the breeze. Talking about the dead end. We go north at the intersection and an outline of a door is flickering faintly in the wall ahead of us. Hey, look at that! What? What? Impossible! Is it another ghost thing? You can't see it? See what? Looks like Hito can't see the door. That's spiritual. My mouth begins mumbling words I don't recognize all on its own. Post the spiritual with spiritual. If you touch it with a tool that honors the gods. The bells! The flow of words out of my mouth stops. Touch it with a tool that honors the gods. I take out the Kagerasu's bell. Is just touching it okay? No, have to. Strange words spill from my lips again. It's the priestess's tool. If a man displays spiritual power, it'll be destroyed, so touch it silently. All I have is questions, but I have no choice but to trust the other me. I touch the bells to the door carefully, making sure not to make any noise. The next instant, the door physically appears. What? What just happened? What did you do? It just felt like it was the right thing to do. But I stare at the door. I sense an alarming presence. According to my own voice, if I can call it that, the disposal vat is beyond the store. I found some documents about it in the room with the operating table. It might be good to look through those. Let's be careful. That place is giving me a bad feeling. That's actually a very good idea. Dispose 200. Sacred eyes. Sacred object. Need sacred object to erase. Safety valve release code diamond. 200 diamond. 200 diamond. I pushed open the door and we went inside. What is this place? On the other side of the door is a large empty area reminiscent of a vault. Is this the disposal vat? It should be, but it's not quite what I expected. Oh, something's on the ground. A katana. I take what Hito picked up. I shine the flashlight around the area. That's a lot of heads. Are these heads of Buddha statues? It doesn't seem like they're being stored. Is this some kind of... Excuse me, choking on my own spit. Is this some kind of garbage dump? Just then. A sound echoes off something heavy moving, and suddenly the room is lit with a pale light. What was that noise? Let's get out of here for now. I tried to open the door to get out, but... It's locked! What? We've been locked in? A cutting coldness invades and envelops my feet. My head snaps up, and I see water pouring into the room like a giant waterfall. Water! It's ice cold. A polar bear swim is not something I ever wanted to do. It quickly rises to our knees. I can't even feel my feet anymore. Water underground? Hurry and open the door! We'll get hypothermia! I have to remember. What was written in those documents about the disposal vats? All I see near me are Buddha heads. Oh, my controller! No! It's a good thing I'm not playing, where? Oh, wait, is this it? Is this it? Tell me this is it. At least the timer hasn't started. That would suck if the timer started. There we go. Okay. What should I do? Diamond! I touch the diamond our head. There's a heavy shudder and the sound of movement. Then the pooling water suddenly starts sweeping in one direction, down into a drain. Whoa! When I open my eyes, all I see is darkness. Ugh. I quickly lift my head and rub my eyes. My vision slowly comes back. This is an intersection in the underground shelter. Looks like we were drained down with the water and flushed down a pipe. We were lucky. I very nearly breathed a sigh of relief, but then I remember Hito. That's right, where's Hito? No need to be so worried. Oh, so it's you. It's been a while, you sneaky intruder. It's an old man I met in the passageway beneath Manhole Street. I tried to ask him about Hito, but... my jaw's nearly locked and my voice is gone. Don't try to talk just yet. The water here comes straight from the T Mountain range, so it's deadly cold. You were submerged in it for nearly an hour, so you'll be slurring your words for a while. Relax, your friend's fine. So you, got somewhere to go back to? I nod as I groan. The old man's face brightens like the sun. Well, that's great. Not that I'm demanding a reward for saving you or anything, but I am pretty darn hungry. The man eyes me, his smile sharp. We get in the car, and even though it's the wrong season for it, I turn the heat on full blast. We dry off with wet towels and the like, but it doesn't stop our shivering for a long time. While this is going on, the old man... Oh, it's hot. Can I open a window? He's blatantly fanning himself in front of us. Okay, yes, in a way we owe him our lives, but even so he's being a pain. And in there a little while longer. Hito shudders. We're about to freeze, you know. It was an honest question, and it probably sucks for him, but we still keep a car like a sauna. After driving like that for a while, our teeth finally stopped chattering. The man's name is Banshee Ito. That's how he introduced himself. But that obviously isn't his real name. As he sits next to me, Banshee gives off a savory smell, like freshly baked bread. Kinda cheers me up. Or at least it does for a few moments until I realize it's a stench of dried filth. So, Banshee, what were you doing in a place like that? Banshee remains silent. Are you listening to me? Don't fail up to talking yet. I'll tell you in exchange for food. I shouldn't be surprised. Life's rough. Wait, that should be my question. What were you two doing down there? It's a long story. I summarize everything we know about spirits and the mark until I catch up to when we met him in the underground shelter. So that's how it is, huh? He nods vigorously to himself. Do you really understand any of that? Hito's doubts are reasonable. Oh, that was Hito. Hito's doubts are reasonable, but Banshee waves a hand dismissively. Of course I do. Who do you think I am? A terrible grudge is mucking up that underground shelter. And you guys are wrapped up in it now. The story suddenly sounds fishy. A grudge. Banshee, do you know what happened down there? I said I'm not talking about that yet. I was born into a noble family, so I've always had the ability to see things others can't. I stake my name Banshee Ito on it, so you can trust me. There's a terrible grudge swirling there, and you've gotten swept up in it. He's got nothing to base his claims on, but I get the feeling he's on the right track. In that case, old noble Lord Banshee, would you tell us, how do we overcome that whirlpool? Banshee replies with a magnanimous flourish. That should be obvious. Whirlpools always have a center. You've got to find that. Center. That swirling grudge and the spirit thing. Is that what you called it? The birth of the spirit, the heart of the curse. Something like that should be left within that there swirling grudge. If you look for that, I'm sure then. He trails off. He gazes at the dark road, his mouth hanging open like it's like he's run out of batteries. Then What? What will happen? The black sky simply goes on forever before Banshee's eyes. Oh, that reminds me, Norson. Banshee calls out as soon as we enter the garage. Take this, just as a symbol of our friendship. Underground shelter key. Is this a key for the underground shelter? Mm-hmm. Found it when I was popping in and out of that place. Hold on to it. But I'll lend it to you for now, Norson. He just picked it up. Why is he acting like it's a favor? But I have no reason to refuse him. Thanks. I'll borrow it. Diamond walks up to us. You came back safely. Were you able to learn anything? Hito butts in before I can speak. Wait just a minute! Don't tell me! You aren't going to believe that old man's story, are you? He's fishy! Wow, that's rude. If you want my opinion, a snotty punk like you should be trusted even less. Of course, Norson. You believe me, right? Of course. Honestly, after everything, yes! That's my good pal Norson for you. Hey now, you feeling okay in the head? Anyway, changing the subject. Good grief, can we just move on from talking about this? Banshee, you're hungry, right? The dining room should have something. Ah, food! Food! Banshee bolts out of the garage and vanishes into the mansion. Diamond gives me an exasperated look. Norson, it seems you've got another troublemaker on your hands. I'm very well aware. To appease the starving Banshee, I offer him some cup noodles and sweet buns. The epitome of hunger, he greedily begins scarfing it down like a starving dog. That was enough for 10 people. He devours all of it, and I'm reminded of a high-power vacuum cleaner.
Excellent!
Oh my god, that was great. Excellent! I haven't been this full forever. Good for you. Now answer our questions. What were you doing down there? Well, that's an easy one, because it's my home. But I've been living there ever since I found it 10 years ago. It's not too shabby a place. Keeps me out of the rain and no damn brats messing with me. Though it gets cold in the winter. I don't know how to respond to that. Hito and Diamond seem to be the same. It was a paradise rain because no one knows about it. Until a weirdo showed up 6 months ago. Some woman doused in perfume. It was winter and I don't like stirring up trouble, so I just stayed away. That must have been Zukawa. I nod. That's my thought as well. That was a month ago. I figured she must have up and left, so I went back. But now there's something stranger. Which was... Damn, walking Buddha statue! I know I'm pretty out there, but even I was shocked by that. Even got this weird scar. Banshee removes his scarf, revealing the mark on his neck. You may not believe this, but that statue gave you that scar. I figured. It was the Kannon Soldier, after all. The Kannon Soldier? How do you know that name? Some document I saw had it. It was an old plan to make a Buddha statue move with supernatural powers. The Heavenly Buddha Project weapon. Are you nuts? Spirit powers making something move? That's insane! No, Hiro, calm down. So those documents that you found, are they still around? Nope, I burnt them for warmth. I had a delicious roasted potato, too. How could you? Maybe take your own advice, Dr. Daimon. Our measure of common sense seems to be rather different than this strange old man's. It's fine. My naga works different from most people's. I got it all memorized. As you say, just tell us. We need to know about that project. The Heavenly Buddha project was the pet project of some general at the end of the war. So they built that shelter for it. Ta-da! The 13th Army Engineering Lab. To make the Kannon Soldier a thing, they did test some Buddha statues. They were brought in from some shrine or something somewhere. That must be each shrine. They did a bunch of stuff to infuse the statues with spiritual power. There was a monk from Team Mountain, spiritual treasures from all over, but nobody thought anything actually come from it. The project was just an excuse to keep that fanatical general busy. At least it was supposed to be. But one day, the statue started moving. It went berserk throughout the lab and went crazy on a ton of people. The bloodstains and old corpses in the shelter are probably the victims. Some people survived, but they had red bite marks on them. The thing went and wrecked the place then. It stopped and never moved again. No one knows what even triggered it. That's about everything it said. Hito and Diamond are as white as a sheet. I probably am too. It's a hard story to believe, but he has no reason to lie to us. I think he speaks the truth. What? Are you kidding me? A statue going around killing people and cursing them. Impossible. Then how do you explain the mark on his neck? Logic would dictate that the moving statue he saw was the Kannon Soldier. The dormant soldier suddenly starts moving after 50 years. That might be the cause of mine and Hito's marks. What if you flip that though? Both of your grandpas got the mark from the Kannon Soldier. When the soldier starts moving, their marks disappeared. But with it started up again, you got them because you're their descendants. If that's true, then the children inherited their parents' fate. Hito can't seem to muster up any kind of counter-argument. I think she's in shock. I want to ask you something, old man. You say the Kannon Soldier stopped moving 50 years ago? But why? I think it was some spiritual person used a thingamajig to do something. So you have no idea. It's the most important part. Try to remember. It's not that easy, son. The mark might have made me forget. Taking his age into account, it's more likely it just completely slipped his mind. It seems we must defeat the Kannon Soldier to be free of our marks. We'll have to figure it out on our own, if he can't be of more help. You seem a pro with this, Norsen. We'll be relying on you. I don't have spiritual powers or anything. But you've already faced down 4 different spirits, haven't you? A normal person wouldn't have survived. Now that he says it, I guess he's right. I have been hearing a mysterious voice a few times and having weird premonitions. I even got myself unconsciously talking when we were down in the shelter. So, what are you folks gonna do now? Good question. Let's investigate the project in the shelter. I feel like that'll be the key to the mark. I guess we're going back in then. Hito's still kind of sulking, but she's at least recovered from the shock. We all share the same fate. It's too late to try to run away. Yep, you should find it there. The heart of everything that's causing the curse. You need that to stop the Kannon Soldier. That's what my gut's telling me. What are you going to do then? I'm full now, so I was gonna take a nap in that park nearby. I'll sit and wait until you fellas do something about that soldier. Wait just a minute, you old fart. Didn't we just say that it's too late to run away? Okay, I get it. Well, you folks did feed me, so I guess I can help you. This is really getting interesting now. But we'll be continuing the investigation in the next episode. Till then, this is the Gamer Girl signing off. Bye bye.